DJ Productions.
What is up, Motorfest racers and Copium participants? It is I, your wheelman, Alex Cornnut. Today, we are running the Aston Martin Vanquish on German Qualitat, or German Quality as I believe it would probably be pronounced. This is Copium 9. It's going to be awesome this week. Car and track combo picked by Leia and Lex. They got together, put this one. It's going to be pretty sweet. I already ran the track once just kind of as a test to get a feel for it. And I think that tuning this car this week is going to be the deal. You can either set it up for low speed corners or high speed corners, and then using your NOS on the jumps to make sure you get that top end is really going to be the deal. But let's dig into it. Let me show you where it's at, explain the rules, and let's run some Copium this week. Alright, as we tab into the game, I will show you on the map. The German Qualitat is the race right here for Donut Media Playlist. It's right in the city, kind of at the north end, right above where the speed trap and the convention center and stuff is at. So it's right there. And then it's also, you can go to activities, go to the Donut Media Playlist, wherever that's at. And then German Qualitat is the last one at the bottom. So Qualitat. Or maybe the A is silent, so it's Qualitat. Either way, that's where it's at. Set a time this week. At the end of your race, screenshot your time and submit it to me in the Discord under submissions for Copium series, or if you don't use Discord, you can email it to me at alexcornnut@gmail.com. The setup we're using on the car this week is anything you want. I would recommend at least getting a full set of parts. I currently have a full nitrochemist set on there. And then for pro settings, this is what I'm using right now. I have Sakura Commander's tune. I have Wave and Lex, they got together on one, and this is kind of a happy medium between all of them. You guys do whatever you like, and I'll show you some of the differences, so you might tweak that a little bit. Final drive, you're going to want to keep that all the way long. You do get top speed on the track this week. Grip, 100% both front and rear. The brakes, both Sakura and Wave and Lex are fading this to the rear of the car. So 55% is what everybody's working with. You might go a little bit further back if you want a little more stability under braking, but 55% is where everybody else found it. I tend to agree. Brake power 100% as we do. Aero, 100% load, both front and rear. Sakura Commander backed it off 3%, so if you wanted to match his tune, back it off just a little bit there. I like having all the grip in the rear, makes it a little more planted for me around the high-speed corners. For the springs, we're going to stiffen everything up. This car feels soft, and so by doing that, it makes it a little bit more predictable, a little better turn in. So we're +5 on the front, +10 in the rear. For the compression, we're +3 in the front and +10 in the rear. And then for the rebound, I am +12 in the front and +6 in the rear. You might work with those a little bit, a little more or less, depending on what your preference is when it comes to the compression and the springs, but that's pretty much where everybody that's tuning this car this week came to. We all felt that it was too soft, so we stiffened literally everything up. For your ARB, that's your anti-roll bars. Wave likes it here, between 1-2%. Sakura Commander likes it all the way up right around 8%. I found kind of a happy medium around 6-7%. You guys do whatever you want there. The less that you have in the front, there's more of a difference between the front and the rear. It makes the car a little more twitchy, so it just depends on what you like. I think on the stiffer side of things is what I prefer to lean into, so that's where I'm at. And then ARB, we are 100% +10 in the rear for all the tunes that the guys were working with. And then camber is full Beyonce, to the left, 0-2-5, both front and rear. I try to bring you guys a couple of different pieces of tuning for the car, so that way you can kind of experiment a little bit with it. That's the beauty of running Copium. It really is going to help those that kind of want to learn how the cars work and what the tuning does, because you run the track so much. You get multiple laps in that then when you make a change, if you're just doing subtle changes, you can be like, oh yeah, that made the car do this or that, and it helps everybody get faster. So I really like to kind of give that piece of information, try to give you guys a couple different perspectives on things so you can set up the car the best way that you can get around the track. Alright guys, so that is it this week. Copium this week is German Qualitat. We are running the Aston Martin Vanquish, and you can set up the car any way you like. I'd recommend at least a full set of parts, or not. If you're young Lee, you just run it one time in a stock car and you get what you get. and then submit your time to me via Discord in the Copium submissions channel, or you can send it to me via email if you don't use Discord, and that is alexcornnut@gmail.com. Guys, that's it. We'll see you on the track this week. Go fast. See you next time. Bye-bye.